a giant stationary diesel engine manufactured by Blackstone, Stamford, England. This type of engine was widely used in the early to mid-20th century to drive generators, pumps, and industrial machinery. Built for heavy-duty and long-term operation, it features a massive flywheel that ensures smooth and stable running at low speed. The engine is manually started using a lever or crank handle, as seen in the picture. Its robust design and reliable performance made Blackstone engines popular in agriculture, power generation, and marine applications, representing the engineering excellence of its era. The Lister D is a small stationary engine produced by R.A. Lister and Company of Dursley between 1926 and 1965. Designed to deliver 1 to 2.5 horsepower, it could run on petrol or a petrol-paraffin mix. Known for its simplicity and durability, the Lister D powered a variety of machinery such as water pumps, generators, and cement mixers. It featured a 4-stroke poppet valve design, a centrifugal governor, and used ignition magnetos like the Lucas State Route 1 or 1 rupee. Over the years, only minor changes were made, such as moving the fuel tank and switching to a chain-driven magneto. Originally painted mid-Brunswick green, wartime engines were finished in olive drab. A special version, the Lister DK, allowed switching from petrol to paraffin using a 3-way tap. The Lister D became a favorite among enthusiasts due to its reliability, simplicity, and availability of spare parts. Even today, it remains one of the most recognized vintage engines, often displayed running at heritage shows and rallies across the UK. The Lister Junior engine is a single-cylinder, 4-stroke petrol diesel engine manufactured by the British company R.A. Lister, primarily between 1923 and 1962. The Lister Junior engine restoration is a detailed account of the rebirth of a long-forgotten engine. The process begins with a thorough examination to assess the extent of wear and damage accumulated over many years of inactivity. The engine is then carefully disassembled for cleaning, repair, and replacement of worn parts. New valves and guide bushes were fitted to restore proper compression and smooth airflow within the cylinder head. The piston was cleaned, and new piston rings were installed specifically, 3 top rings each, 1/8 inch thick, and 1 oil scraper ring 3/16 inch thick. Unfortunately, during reassembly, the oil scraper ring broke and had to be replaced, showing the challenges often faced in restoring vintage machinery. Once the new ring was fitted, the barrel was refitted securely to the crankcase. Next, attention was given to the valve timing and clearance adjustments. The clearances were set precisely at 0.010 for the inlet valve and 0.012 for the exhaust valve, ensuring efficient combustion and preventing valve leakage. The contact breaker points and HT lead were replaced to ensure a reliable ignition spark. All mechanical linkages and moving parts were inspected for smooth operation. After completing the rebuild, the engine was filled with clean, fresh oil and petrol. A thorough visual inspection confirmed everything was correctly assembled and free of leaks. Finally came the most rewarding moment, the attempt to start the old Lister Jr. once more. With a few careful turns of the handle, the engine fired up, running steadily and proving that the effort had paid off. This restoration not only revived a classic piece of engineering from R.A. Lister, but also preserved an important part of mechanical history. The Lister Jr., known for its simplicity and durability, once again demonstrated the remarkable reliability that made these engines beloved by enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. Starting the Peter PAZ1 diesel cement mixer begins with circulating the engine oil to ensure proper lubrication before ignition. The operator turns the handle or starter lever to circulate the oil for approximately 30 seconds. This step is essential to protect internal components and achieve smooth compression. Once the oil circulation is complete, the control lever is set to the run position, preparing the fuel and air systems for combustion. Next, the governor is placed in the cold start position to enrich the fuel mixture, which helps the engine start easily when cold. After confirming that all levers and valves are correctly adjusted, the operator gives a firm pull or crank to start the engine. The Peter PAZ1 then begins to run steadily, ready to power the cement mixer for operation. During running, the engine speed is maintained by the governor, ensuring stable mixing performance. Once the mixing task is complete, the operator proceeds to shut down by reducing the throttle, switching the governor to idle, and cutting off the fuel supply. This careful sequence ensures safe operation, prevents mechanical wear, and prepares the diesel engine for the next reliable start. The Caterpillar D8R, built in Illinois, USA in 1941, was shipped to England to serve with the 79th Armored Division's 819 Dozer Squadron. This historic machine took part in the Normandy landings and D-Day operations. The footage, filmed on July 19, 2008 at the Barton under Needwood Steam Rally, shows the intricate starting procedure. A small petrol-driven starter motor is first fired up to generate heat and build oil pressure for the large diesel engine. Once the required pressure is reached, the diesel engine is engaged, and when it starts, the petrol engine is shut down, leaving the mighty big cat running smoothly. This Lister A3 HP petrol engine is dedicated to its previous owner, Bob, who sadly passed away in October 2010 after a serious illness. I like to think he's looking down with a smile, watching his beloved engine run once again. After many hours of cleaning, wiping, oiling, and spraying, the time finally came to see if she would start. It's impossible to know when the engine last ran, but the heavy rust and dirt in the float chamber and water hopper suggested it had been many years. Everything was thoroughly cleaned. Fresh water and petrol were added, and the flywheel was turned with hope and excitement. To heat a light, she fired up running, though not perfectly. The rhythm was uneven at times, but the sound was still beautiful. I checked the coil and points, and the spark was strong, so my next suspicion was the carburetor and fuel system. If rust and debris had gathered in the float chamber, they might have found their way into the carb too. Despite these small issues, hearing the old Lister come to life was incredibly rewarding. It's more than just an engine. It's a piece of history and a connection to those who once cared for it. As the flywheel turns and the steady beat fills the air, I can almost imagine Bob smiling proudly, knowing his Lister A runs once more. The 1954 Atco petrol lawnmower is a classic example of durable British engineering. Powered by a two-stroke 100cc Villiers engine, this machine was built to deliver reliable performance for domestic and professional lawn maintenance. It features a 17-inch cutting cylinder that ensures a clean and even cut, making it ideal for maintaining neat lawns. Despite being over 55 years old, this mower continues to operate regularly during the grass cutting season, a testament to its robust design and quality craftsmanship. The Villiers engine, known for its simplicity and power, provides smooth and efficient operation, while the traditional Atco construction ensures ease of control and long service life. Models like this represent a bygone era when machinery was built to last, combining mechanical precision with practicality. Many enthusiasts today still appreciate and maintain these vintage lawnmowers, keeping them in excellent working condition as both functional tools and pieces of engineering history. The 1954 Atco mower stands as a symbol of timeless reliability and the enduring legacy of early petrol-powered garden equipment. The 1950 Ransomes MG5 crawler tractor is a compact and robust agricultural machine powered by a single-cylinder 600cc petrol engine. Built in the United Kingdom, it was designed for small farms, gardens, and light industrial work. Its crawler tracks provide excellent traction and stability on uneven or soft ground, making it ideal for plowing, cultivating, and towing. The MG5 reflects the post-war innovation of Ransomes in producing efficient, reliable, and easily maintained machinery that remains appreciated by collectors and vintage machinery enthusiasts today. The 1928 Henderson Deluxe 4 is a legendary antique motorcycle admired for its power, elegance, and engineering excellence. Originally produced by the Henderson Motorcycle Company and later continued by Excelsior Henderson under Ignaz Schwinn's ownership, it remained in production until 1931. Its most distinctive feature is the smooth and powerful inline four-cylinder engine, which set new standards for performance and reliability in its era. With its remarkable speed, refined design, and historical significance, the 1928 Henderson Deluxe 4 stands as a symbol of American motorcycling heritage. Today, well-preserved examples are prized collector's items commanding high auction values. The 1925 Super X board track racer was a racing version of the Excelsior Super X, powered by a 45 cubic inch V-twin engine. Designed for wooden board tracks, it was stripped of unnecessary parts like lights and fenders to reduce weight. With racing wheels, flat handlebars, and sometimes a larger fuel tank, it could reach remarkable speeds but offered little safety, lacking even brakes. The innovative unit construction combined the engine and transmission in one crankcase, improving rigidity and performance. Lightweight and agile, the Super X was thrilling yet notoriously dangerous, embodying the raw spirit of early American motorcycle racing.